Hey, everybody. Anybody here? John Wilburn. Hey, you're already here. I've got to eat a little bit because I'm starving. So hope you don't mind me watching me eat. Just getting over the hoof and had his shots. There you go. Good deal. Thumper the sweaty fat guy. Yeah. I should have named that 69 I'm working on. I should have named that tetanus shot because that thing was rusty. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I got a little bit of stuff done in the shop today, but not a lot. I'm a cook, Brian. Hey, man. Hey, Brian, are you still stuck in California? Did you get home? Or did you get on your way home yet? You stuck till Monday, I think, right? I got Juan here from Mexico. Donald Gray, how's it going, man? Hippie Miller, JB's little shop. Guys, I apologize about eating, but I got started late. I'm starving to death. Bigfoots and Mopars, what's going on? Tom Hughes, what is my claim to fame video? About not swapping pistons and rods. I'm just kidding. My claim to fame video, I really haven't had one blow up on me. Probably had something to do with my budget build. That's probably been the best video series I've had so far. Trying to build a Nova in 45 days for $5,000, and I failed because I got sick in the middle of it and had to abandon it. Kevin's here. What's good for dinner? Frozen Salisbury steak dinner. You got lost. Yeah, all right, I'm done eating. So I'll go away. No more food. Go away. You got to tell your dogs you're done eating. All right. So, yeah, that was a crazy deadline, Brian. And, you know, I really think I could have got it done, but I tried for about a week without telling anybody I wasn't feeling good. And every time I'd lay down in the shop, I'd get real busy in the shop, me moving around, and my chest would feel funny. So that was a problem. So then I started having chest pains and stuff like that. So, you know, better to cut and run. Bankshift.com, you know, they have a $5,000 challenge. I've looked at that some. That'd be pretty cool because it's a drag race where everybody shows up, right? I think it's in Florida or somewhere. Yeah, I did have a lot against me. No, that's my little shop dog. She just wants some of that Salisbury steak she ain't gonna get. Am I building something for No Name? All right, so here's the deal with No Name Challenge. I don't know if a lot of you guys have been following a lot of other channels. I signed up to go to the No Name Nationals, which is basically it's a YouTube creator drag race car show, burnout contest, swap meet, fist fight, whatever you can do while you're there to have fun. And hey, Ronnie, how's it going, man? I need to call you. I'll be going down there this week. I'm gonna bring that power steering pump by. What's up, Robert Witt? So the No Name Nationals is going to be in Sikeston, Missouri, September 30th and October 1st. And they have a bracket race. They're going to have a call-out race or just exhibition. So if you just want to go run your car, and if you're a YouTube creator with 500 or more subscribers, you're eligible. So not just anybody can go. Hey, Farm Kids here. How's it going, Russ? Happy birthday, man. Yeah, so originally I was going to take Frankenova, and I called out the Junkyard Jet guys from Uncle Tony's Garage, and they didn't not accept, but they didn't accept either. Austin said that they really weren't going to accept anything right now without knowing if the car was done or anything like that. So, hey, y'all got to stop that. Stop. Without knowing if the car is going to be done or not, they didn't want to accept. So, I don't know if I don't know if somebody else is going to call me out or not. I would build something for the No Name Nationals. Would be a lot of fun to build something if I had a set of parameters. If somebody challenged me to a certain build box, it's got to be a 350 or a small block or a 307. If somebody challenged me to something like that, I would definitely build a car or at least build an engine. But things are going up here. Good. Yes, sir. Bigfoot's and Mopar. I enjoy seeing. Hey, Brad Safford. I want to see everybody there. I can't wait to go. That's going to be a very good time. And a lot of people have been called out and called out other people on there. A lot of Mopars are going to be there. And so far, I've only seen like 2 or 3 Chevys that I have seen call outs on. And so it's going to be a Mopar fest. But I know there's going to be several Fords there. Sorry, I bought a new webcam, and the sticker was still on the lens. So anyway, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a real good time. What's the news, Mountain Dews? Hey, I'm just drinking water tonight, dude. Yeah, Juan, I'm glad I'm doing better too, way better. But yeah, so I would love to build a car for the No Name Nationals, but I need my sound's kind of low. Is that any better? Is it too loud now? Dude, I don't think you're gonna have trouble building your channel up. Put a couple of videos up. Every time I put a video, when I started my channel, every time I put a video up, I gain subscribers. Don't put one a day up. I don't think that's going to help. But sounds good on your end. Okay. I turned it up a little bit. My wife got me a mic for live streaming for Christmas, and then I bought a new webcam today, so I stopped looking like I was in a cave. And so I'll be honest with you, I don't know which one the sound is coming from. But I also signed up, and it's very, very difficult to get in. I signed up for Rocky Mountain Race Week, the June with the 1.0. It is ridiculously hard to get in because most people sign up from the previous year. They let people who are anybody that ran the last year's race, they get first dibs at signing up for this year, and they only let like 250 people in. So there was a couple of there was like 30 or 40 tickets left, and who knows how many hundreds of people, maybe over 1,000. I really don't know how many people were signing up for Rocky Mountain Race Week. And it sold out in about 20 seconds, and I was able to get a spot, which was pure luck. So I'm taking Franken over to that, which means I'm going to have to, I'm not going to say change a few things, but I'm going to have to go over that thing really well. My favorite platform to build is a Chevy Nova X body. Really, anything from 68 to 74. I'm a Chevrolet guy. I like Fords. I like Mopars. I love Pontiacs. But my big thing is Chevrolet. That's my wheelhouse. I know the most about Pontiacs and Chevrolets, but I like building anything. I'm just a gearhead. I've got a '76 Ford van. I would love to build. My father-in-law gave it to me so I could use the 351 and the C4 that's in it, and the 9-inch in a 52 Ford truck I'm building for my wife. But the van is kind of cool. It's a cargo van, long wheelbase cargo van. So it would be kind of cool to build that into something. All right, yeah, y'all go check out Thumper, the sweaty fat guy on there. He's got a channel. Hot Rods and 4x4s has got a channel. A lot of these guys got a cool channel. Tom Muse has got a channel. And number one, BW's Garage. Yeah, that thing sounded pretty good like it was. I'm not sure what engine is in it, but it sounded pretty radical in that video I watched. It was a short video. It looked like it had a lot of parts. Looks like a pretty good starting point for a good car. Brian, hopefully I can make it to a run by the end of the year, early next year. Yeah, JB's little shop. He's got an S10 done, or he's trying to get it done. He's got an S10 with I think it's a 2.8 liter. He's got a supercharger on it. So he had a fit trying to get the carburetor to run right. There you go. It's pretty cold here. It got down to 24 last night, which for middle Georgia is pretty cold. And I got the camera here and I've got the computer here so I can see the comments. So if I need to move the camera, sorry, I'm staring off to the side. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good year. I'm gonna have the budget Nova wrapped up in the next 2 weeks, and a couple of subscribers were interested in that. So I'm gonna sell the budget Nova when I'm done. If I have it done in about 2 weeks, like I'm thinking, I might drive it down to either Gainesville or South Georgia Motorsports Park for the sick week thing, just to spectate. A lot of guys are going to be there for sick week. Cletus McFarland will be there, Finnegan and Freiberger. They're all doing that here in a few weeks. Early February, they're having that. It's a drag and drive event like Drag Week or Rocky Mountain Race Week. I think Tom Bailey is putting that one on. So I'm going to go down there and I wanted to do that car for a road trip. So if I finish it in time, which is the plan over the next couple of weeks, I've been working on it. I'm going to drive it down there and do just do a little test run. 72 trim on a 74 Nova hood. Yeah, it's a pain to put the trim on because the 68 to 72 trim the hood has an extra lower part on it, and the little bow tie stuff attaches to that, and probably the holes for the clips or the studs on the other trim piece probably in the wrong spot. So yeah. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Like I said, it's 25 degrees here last night, and then tonight it is it's 40 something out there right now, I think. It is 45 degrees, low of 23. So yeah, we're gonna be in trouble. It won't get to 23 though. That's pretty cold for here. Everybody's gonna be freaking out tomorrow, and I'll be busy working on heaters. I wouldn't say it's rare. I've got a steel cow hood on Franken Nova. I've got a 4-inch cow hood. The aftermarket makes them. They've been it's hard to get right now, so they're rare. But yes, it would be easier to buy a 72 hood. If it's on a 74 car, the hood latch assembly is going to be offset a little bit different. It'll work, but if you buy the trim comes down, the 73, 74 hood is in the center. The 68, 72 is off to the side a little bit for the hood latch release. That's t-shirt weather for there. Yeah, where you at? 2345. I know Farm Kid is up near he's up in the middle of Canada somewhere. Over in the middle of Saskatchewan or somewhere. I don't know where he's at. Yeah, Brian's stuck in LA. His truck broke down. He drives a big rig. His truck broke down. And he's stuck in LA right now, so he's got way better temps than he would in Ohio. Lake Superior, northern Michigan, so you're pretty much Canadian, almost. Fuel pump, yeah. That's crazy. Did it like leave you on the side of the road, or did it start acting funny and you got to your destination? All right, 27 people, man, that's good. It's like I said, I'm pretty excited about the No Name Nationals. That's going to be a big deal. There's going to be a lot of YouTubers there. My guess is that they're going to have some big names there. I mean, Uncle Tony's a big enough name. He's going to be there, and I think there's probably going to be a pretty good selection of YouTubers there. I'll be a nobody, but hey, I'm going to be there. So, like I said, if you're anywhere near Sykeston, Missouri, September 30th and October 1st, come on out, and if anything, I'll run by myself. Now, Lunar Outlaw, Brian from Lunar Outlaw's Garage, he's going to be there, and me and him are going to race, but not really call each other out, but he's got a Supra with a 1 Jay-Z swap, a 1 UZ swap, I think. Jay-Z and Beyonce swap, I don't know what it is. He's got that, so we're going to run each other just for fun. And I think he's going to have a turbo and stuff on it by the end, or at least I know he's modifying it by the end. It might have a turbo now. I'm fairly ignorant on some of that Toyota stuff. So, yeah, John from Hot Rods and 4x4s, he's in the Texas Panhandle. I guess that you're in, what, Panhandle, is that Amarillo? Or the Panhandle is, I don't know Texas that well. I know where Amarillo is, but I don't know what's considered the Panhandle. You're a Nebraskan, and long story, ex-wife stuck here with the white north. There you go. Okay, I got you. So Brian had to have it towed to the dealer. Yeah, and the class I signed up for Rocky Mountain Race Week was small block, naturally aspirated. So I was hoping for some 11s out of my Frankenova project, but at the altitude, it's in, I think, Great Bend Raceway in Kansas, and then Denver, Vandermeer Speedway, all that stuff. It will never run 11s there without changing something. So I'm going to drive the car some this week on the street, see if I can get the fill out how the transmission and the rear end and stuff is going to do on the street. I might drive it to the close drag strip we got, which is P 45 or 50 miles. I agree, Tom. Yeah, it's hard to figure out what's going to be there. I've seen somebody dynoed a big block Mopar. They have a 493. I think that's a stroked 440 or something. And someone, I think they made 600 horsepower. So I saw that video. Casper, the truck that's racing off of Tony, he's got a pretty good bit of power in his Ford motor, I think. So going to be a lot of powerful cars there. I'll probably change some stuff up depending on what happens at drag week or if I build a car for the event. I would love to build a car for it. With me spending the money to go to drag week, unless somebody called out something that I could do to one of my other cars and just do an engine build for it with parts I probably already have, I doubt I would build a car. That guy, Dust Devil Garage, he's building a car from a shell, and I tried to figure out what his intentions are. If he's building an all-out race car, if he's, he wanted to challenge somebody that would, and I've got a Nova shell. He's like, hey, if somebody else has a shell that they'll build for the race, I do that too. And that would be cool to build a car from a shell up for that race, other than the money I'd have to spend. But I don't know if his intentions are, I mean, I could spend $20,000 and, go and make a lot of power or do something stupid with it. So I'm not sure the other parameters. I kind of like, if I'm going to have a challenge on something like that, I want it to be a good race. I don't want somebody with 1,200 horsepower and a Pro Mod to call me, or Pro Mod's got more than that, but I don't want somebody with 2,500 horsepower and a Pro Mod to call me out, because then it's just dumb. It's just me lying up beside them and watching them run. So I agree, Tom. I think a bunch of cars are going to break on Friday. Do I buy brand new tires for the highway parts or just the track tires? For Rocky Mountain Race Week, I'll be running some like Mickey Thompson on the rear, but it'll be at the Sportsman ST or whatever tires. So it'll just be what I normally run on the street anyway. And then I'll have some just regular slicks for the track. So I'll be pulling a trailer and I'll be running slicks at the track and then just a regular street tire on the street for driving. 250 wheel horsepower. Yeah, I bet you're shooting for that. A 493. Oh, that was you with the 494. Cool. That made about 600 horsepower, right? That's a pretty stout motor. What kind of car are you putting that in? I probably already looked at it, but I can't remember at the moment. 80 miles south of Amarillo. Cool. Yeah, I want to do a build challenge where, it's like with the Junkyard Jet guys. Had they accepted, I probably, since they're doing a 360 with Magnum heads, home ported, I think they're running a flat tappet cam. I'm not positive. I would have done, if I was going to build a car to race against them and try to beat them with something like for like, I probably would have done like a 350 with the Vortec heads, ported myself, and a flat tappet cam, and then the rest is all wide open. So that would be, flat top motor. That way it'd be a pretty cool challenge. You'd have something similar, and then who's got the best combination. All right, do you need a special Nova block or ball stud adapter to run a 4-speed and a 71, or is that only for the earlier pre-68 models? Most of your blocks that have any kind of stud in the side by the oil filter boss for the as long as they have it in there for the ball stud, you're fine. So all those Z bars and stuff. Somebody else that has a 4-speed in a car, it's been a while since I had a manual in a Nova, but I think all you need is just, most blocks have that in there. I didn't know, I was not aware there was going to be a payout for the No Name Nationals at all. So I am not aware of a payout for the No Name Nationals. Let me see who's texting me here. All right, I'm getting more service calls, but that's good. People getting cold. Yeah. The Death Machine Yinko, the 427 Nova, that's the one that they said wasn't safe. I'm pretty sure most cars will be fairly low budget builds, like I said. Thank you, Obsessive. And I think, Obsessive, I think you asked me a question earlier, and I was driving for a pretty good bit today. So I'm not sure if, I don't think I answered that. So if anybody, I usually answer all the questions on the YouTube videos and stuff. So if I haven't answered you, I'll get back to you. Andre Seach, I'm not sure. From Colorado, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. Obsessive been watching me. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for watching. Unity Motorsports Garage. Hey, man, how's it going? Service calls equal horsepower. That is correct. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is low budget. I mean, I've got Brodix heads on Franken-Nova, but they're the 180cc Iron Killer heads. They're like $1,100 set of heads. So it's not like I'm running some fully CNC ported AFRs or something like that. So it's I like a challenge, and I like going fast with junk, but because when you're Lunar's here. Lunar Outlaw Garage is here. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Unity. Yeah, I've always been broke, so going fast for junk was the only option I had. With junk was the only option I had. So it's I like a challenge, and I mean it's kind of like, at one point somebody tried to start like a claimer drag race class, kind of like the dirt track guys have, where you have certain engine rules, and all of them cheat. All the dirt track guys cheat. I don't like the claimer aspect of it, but I like the idea of some strict rules on some of that stuff, because a lot of these drag races, the guys with the most money win, and that's just. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some guys that have some junk that show up at some of these drag races, whether it be a drag and drive event or just a straight up drag race. There's guys that show up and they kick everybody's butt, and that's super cool to me. But it's also pretty, common for the guy with the most money to show up and beat everybody's butt, which is, it's easier for him to win. Let's put that away. Yes, sir. I plan on doing Power Tour. Power Tour ends up about 90 miles from me, 80 miles from me, roughly, at the Hampton Motor Speedway, or in Hampton at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It starts in Memphis and then zigzags around, and I plan on doing Power Tour in my 73 Nova. Need an LS build, cheap power? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one, because I'm gonna pull the 4.8 out of my 03 work truck, and I'll buy another motor for it, or I'll scrap the rest of the truck. It's got 400,000 miles on it, 391,000 miles on a 4.8. So I'll probably pull that motor and transmission out and use those for a build for a car. Yeah, JB, email me about that. I'll answer a question about your AC unit. Had to go fast with stock Pontiac parts in the 90s. Yeah, and Pontiac didn't have any aftermarket support at all. Pontiac, you had to throw some ARP rods or bolts in your rods. And I had a 79 Firebird with a WT block code. So it's a 69 WT block. I had 69 model number 62 heads on there, the big valve 62s, not the earlier 62s. And that thing, I don't remember the cam that was in it, but I'd switched it to adjustable rockers, and it had a Performer RPM intake, and that thing would just flat out run. That thing had a Turbo 400 in it, 308 gear with 235 BF Goodrich radial TAs, and it would run 1290s in the quarter, like a 2.05 60 foot. I mean, it was making a ton of power because it would run like 101, 102 miles an hour in the quarter. It was making a pretty good bit of power. John Wilburn's back, or he? What's up, everyone? Look forward to lining up against Shop 209. Yep, it's going to be a good time. The dude. I did not challenge Uncle Tony. I challenged the Junkyard Jet guys from the Uncle Tony channel. They're going to have their own channel coming up, and they didn't accept. They didn't say no, but they basically, I think Austin is the guy. He commented on my challenge video that right now they didn't want to accept any challenges from anyone because they don't know. I guess they don't know what their car is going to do. I'm not sure what the reason is. Because then I heard someone else on another live feed say they challenged them. Maybe they were joking. I don't know. Either way, I'm not upset about it. I figured it'd be a good race, but if they don't want to race, that's no biggie. Yeah, so yeah, it's like I said, it's going to be the No Name Nationals is going to be lit. It's going to be a pretty good party. They're going to have, I think John Wilburn will correct me if I'm wrong here. They're going to have a burnout contest, a car show. They're going to have a bracket race. They're going to have an exhibition / grudge or call out race. I think they're going to have Jello wrestling. Something. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding right now. They might change things. It's all about a good time. If you're a YouTube subscriber or you're YouTube creator with 500 or more subs, or you're close to getting 500 subs, and you got a project you want to take to Sikeston, Missouri, get going because it's going to be a good time. Maybe John Wilbur will post a link to the No Name Nationals in the comments. And there's going to be some guys. There was some fast stuff. Bigfoots and Mopars has got. Did he ever post what kind of car you're putting that in? Is that a Duster or something? But he's got a big block Mopar, 440. And Unity Motorsports Garage is going to have Casper, the Ford truck there. He's going to beat that thing till it won't go anymore. And I think Uncle Tony is going to just stick a bottle of nitrous down into the carb on bottle rocket. He's going to bolt it straight to the hood and just have a string and a ball valve. I think that's what it's going to take for that 318 to beat that truck. And he may have it sorted out now, but because I don't think bottle rocket's been sorted out yet. Burn it down contest on Friday night under the lights. Jello wrestling may be spontaneous after that. NoNameNationals.com. All right. Well, next time I'll make you a mod. I'll have to go in and change some of that. If you want to be there, that's fine. If not, no biggie. So Thumper had a pretty good running Pontiac. Yeah, a lot of dude. That's a lot of things. People need something. People need a goal. And you'll hit your goals if you aim low enough. If you know who Jordan Peterson is, that's what he always says. Set goals that you can hit, and you'll hit your goal easier. But a lot of people need a goal; they need something to shoot for, and a lot of the stuff, honestly, is, I'm not going to say out of reach, but I never thought I'd get into Drag Week or Rocky Mountain Race Week. I really didn't. And I sat there yesterday morning, hitting the refresh button. I had all my stuff auto-filled in my computer, and I got a ticket. Like I said, it sold out, I think, in less than 30 seconds. And there were 30-something tickets left, and who knows how many hundreds of people signing up for it. And I got in. I really did not think I was going to get in. So, and it's in the middle of summer. For an AC guy to take off, 10 days in the middle of summer, that's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to be there. Hey, BW's Garage is here. Good deal on that Nova you picked up, man. Expect less, achieve more. That's right. Obsessive Garage. Yeah, look, for all you channels that don't have 500 subs yet, or I don't care how many you got. And look, I'm no wizard with YouTube and subs. I've barely got over 5,000, and it's taken me more than 2 years to get there. So I started my channel, November was 2 years. So it's been 2 years and a few months now. Consistently putting out videos, which I'm terrible at because I get busy and work, and I can't keep up work. Then I got sick, and I had to catch up with work first, which I finally have been able to do, catch up with work, and now I can get back in the shop and do some stuff. But consistently putting out videos, and honestly, videos, the more videos you do, the better you get at editing and talking in your videos, and the more natural you sound when you're recording yourself, which is the hardest thing to get used to when you're doing videos, is recording yourself and listening to yourself talk. I sound like a big dumb hick to myself, but at least 5,000 people subscribe to it, so I'm not going to complain about it. But try to get as much stuff. I'm trying to do that now in all my videos. I'm trying to get more to the point of what I'm doing, less talking, more working. Listen to some criticism. Some criticism I get sucks. It's mean, not mean, but it's rude. And some criticism is good. I want to make good content. I want to do what I want to do, and then I want it to be good enough for you guys to watch it. Someday, living off of YouTube would be pretty cool, doing car stuff for a living. And there's plenty of people that have been able to transfer into that. Maybe I'll be one of them. Wait till I see the part. Yeah, it looked like it came with a pretty good bit of parts. I agree, John Wilburn. The people that really want it to get the subs, they will try harder, and all the want you need is right there. Yep. So yep. Biggest enemy, trying to find a balance, is hard. Right. Time is the biggest thing. I mean, there's been times, a lot of the videos you'll see that I've posted. You can look, if it's dark in the shop, it's probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night when I start the video, and I'm trying to be nice to my neighbors and not make a bunch of noise. So, which sucks, but I get home from work, I eat, spend time with grandbabies or whatever if they're over at the house, and then I go out there and work for a couple hours. So Brian Powell is straight up hillbilly. There you go, buddy. And my dad was from West Virginia. My mom was from somewhere close to here in Georgia. So I'm half white trash, half hillbilly in the blood. Yeah, Pole Barn Garage's bullet riddle GTO, man, that thing is insane. And his channel blew up. That's the cool thing about YouTube. If you do something insane like that, where you take a GTO that's been target practice for 30 years, you bring it home and start fixing it. He went from like a few hundred subscribers to over 6,000 or 7,000 in a month or something like that. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Kevin. YouTube is way better than TV nowadays. Yeah, I need garage doors in a bad way. Andre Chick got a 71 over typical rust around the rear quarters. Is it easier to do rear quarters or patch around the wheel well? Okay, kind of a loaded question, so I'll answer it this way. It is easier to do the patch, but it's 3 times as much welding on the patch. And the reason being, because on a factory quarter panel replacement, you've got the door jamb welding. If you can get inside the rocker to weld the bottom of the quarter panel to the top of the rocker behind the under the window, you've got a couple of 3 or 4 spot welds to put there. You've got the roof panel welding to do, the tail light panel welding, the trunk drop off welding, and the window channel welding. So it's less welding that way, but all of your welds, with the exception of the tail panel to the roof welding, is going to be hidden, and not be covered up with filler. All of that will be hidden. So it's probably easier to make it look good if you change the whole quarter panel, because you're not welding a giant seam across the quarter panel. However, if you weld a full quarter panel in, or if you weld the patch in, you've got that giant seam going across, and it's a lot of welding and a lot of grinding. And if you warp it, it's going to be a lot more hammer and dolly work. So it's less welding to do a full quarter panel, but it's way more work. In 30 years, I'm not trying to, okay, quick, let me catch up here. Try not to build anything nuts, just building a good daily Nova right now. There you go. Hey, that's all you got to do. 30 years since you watched TV. Wow, you've missed a couple of good things. Not a lot. Unity Motorsports' brother is a diehard Pontiac guy. Yeah, dude, Pontiac is cool stuff, and I like them. But like I said, the aftermarket, until fairly recently, the aftermarket just hasn't been there, and they're getting very hard to find blocks. They make some aluminum blocks now, but that's right. YouTube is where it's at. JD's little shop. Dude, you got all kind of cool machines. JD's little shop. He does all kind of sharpening and cutting. He's got some neat equipment there. I don't know what any of it does, but it's pretty cool. Have a good night, man. Thank you. Yeah, Ram Air 2 car. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I would just love another 400 like I had in my 79. Another car like that. One day I'll do it. I'll do a Pontiac. I would love a 68 GTO without 7,000 bullet holes in it, probably. Yes, it does take time to get used to videos. Yeah, there you go, Thumper. Yeah, a lot of people can do videos. They don't talk on the videos. They just use subtitles or just let the work speak for itself. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, sir, Andre. No problem. Make good videos only follows making bad videos. Get started. That's absolutely correct. You don't know how to make. You can't start soon enough. Making good videos or making videos. Yes, I've got several friends on here that I've met through YouTube, and it's worked out really well. Brian Powell, I met him through YouTube. We're friends on Facebook now. We message all the time. And one night, while I was sitting in the ER having chest pains, him and I were messaging back and forth and talking about cars and junk, and that really took my mind off of thinking I was dying. So that was a good time to have. And yeah, I've got other friends I could reach out to, but sometimes the people you know the most, they're worried about you. All they want to talk about is how you're feeling. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was how I was feeling. So his wife wants a 66 GTO convertible. Wow, I hope your wife wants to win the lottery too. Those things are pricey. Yeah, the car guys on YouTube, I don't think I've seen any of them where I don't. There's a couple of them I don't care to watch, but I don't think there's any of them that I've seen that look like they're, not nice. I don't think any of them look like jerks so far. Sound too hillbillyish? You'll be fine. Yeah, I like watching other people, and a lot of times there's been a few guys that have. I don't know why I'm subscribed to them. I can't think of them right now, and it might be an insult, so I'm not going to say their name. But There's a few guys that I'm subscribed to that have fantastic editing. Their videos are good. I do not know why they don't have more subscribers on YouTube. I have no idea. So yeah, it's YouTube is a tricky thing. I mean, there's videos I watch where what they're doing is fantastic, but their video's terrible. And what I mean by terrible, um, just here's somebody told me this a while back, and I think it's kind of true. Once you get to where you're not awkward on video, which I may still be, I'm just I can't judge that. Somebody else has to judge that. Once you get to where you're not awkward on video, you're not so hideously ugly that people can't stand to look at you, and you make good content, you're going to get out of YouTube whatever you put into it. My buddy Jeremiah that worked for me, he told me that. So yeah, North Carolina hit. There you go. Anybody here from West Virginia? I've only got 19 people on right now, but yeah, there you go. All the Hicks will watch your channel. So Brian's a talented guy, man. He's done body work. He's got a Pro Street Nova he's building, and he got a pretty good deal on one. It's a big tire car. Yeah, Cletus is from Nebraska. He doesn't talk like that. You're right, and he's in Florida now, so he talks like a Yankee. I'm just kidding. Northeast Tennessee. So you're up near Bristol. Is that Knoxville, Bristol area? Is that where you're at, Hippie? But yeah, it's like I said, the YouTube, there's it seems like every once in a while, and I look up a lot of stuff on YouTube all the time, and I've got my Shop 209 channel, and then I've got another channel that really that's how I browse because I've got YouTube Premium. I browse on that one more, and between the two channels, I look up all kind of stuff, and still every once in a while I'll see somebody else comment about a channel. I'll look it up, and I can't believe I have not come across that channel before. So there's an unbelievably large amount of information on YouTube that is difficult to find, to be honest with you. The biggest channels get the most search results. Um, 99 Vortec into it. Cool. Thanks, Brian. Four door. Yeah, I've got a 4-door 72 Nova that's been sitting for 20 years. I might do a will it start video. I think the 307 that's in it's locked up, but I thought about throwing a battery in it and putting some moonshine or something in the cylinders and seeing if it'll crank up. Seeing if I can get it unlocked. It's one of the ones I bought where I bought five Novas at one time. It's one of the ones I bought there. And you know what's crazy about the YouTube search thing? I can go to someone else's phone that doesn't watch me or watch car stuff at all, and I type in Chevy Nova, and sometimes I'm 20 videos down, and shoot, everything I do is practically Chevy Nova. So, and then you have somebody who's got one good Chevy Nova video, and everything else that they do is Ford or something else, and their video pops up in front of mine. So, YouTube search is a funny thing. The widest rim and tire that you can get under a 70 Nova. So if you're going with a 15-inch, generally speaking, 275, 60, 15, and using a 5.5-inch backspacing. I've got I talk about that on a couple of different videos. Yep. Unity, you got to go. All right, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. I'll check out your next time you do a live one. I was watching. I can't remember how old it was. I was watching a video you were talking about today, making a roller cam. I think live on the street or something like that. So good information. And I've got my David Vizard book ready to build anything I'm going to build for a grudge race. So Vizard, sorry. BW's Garage, cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, 4.5 inch back spacing works if you roll your fender lip, depending on the car. All the cars are set up a little bit different. 5.5 inch back spacing moves the tire closer to the inside of the body. You may have to run a spacer with it. The ideal probably is 5 inches of back spacing, but a lot of wheels you can't get with 5 inch. It's either going to be 4.5 or 5.5. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, I would love to see a bunch of you guys at the No Name Nationals. Even though you have to ride or drive or something like that, you have to be to race. You have to be sub with more or a creator with more than 500 subs. You can anybody can come spectate. So it's going to be a good time. I'm gonna give you some more water, guys. I'll be right back. Muscle City Madness, how's it going? You've got a car. You're doing a car for the No Name Nationals, aren't you? Who posted the Jekyll and Hyde video for the No Name Nationals? That was pretty cool. Length of a stock rear, depending on where you're measuring from. I think from shoot, I just measured one the other day for somebody. I want to say it's 54 inches, but I can't remember where that's 52 or 54 inches. I think it's 54 inches from flange to flange, but I'll have to look up. Pure powered racing, why are you discouraged about your what hood situation? You live in the hood? I'm just kidding. I used to live in the hood. If you posted something earlier, I missed it. Thousand subscribers, Ruben in the house. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add hood. I'm gonna have to add hood pins to Frank and Nova. I don't trust the. Hey, Flippin's here. I don't trust the hood. It latches good, but I don't want the hood to come up. Muscle City Madness. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, there you go. Actually, I was going to do a project car. I was going to call it, since I've got Frank and Nova, I figured I could do another project car and call it Jekyll and Hyde. And I thought about building two identical Novas, one Jekyll and one Hyde. And, one obviously being a lot more radical than the other. Yep, got to make YouTube fun. And like I said, get your subs up, man. I want to see a bunch of people there. Hit the like button, guys. I always forget to tell people that. Usually somebody in my comments does that. Yeah, the factory Nova rear ends will have one U-bolt and two T-bolts from the factory. I'm running J-bolt traction bars, so I have the J-bolts and then T-bolts in the front. A 72 Ventura. Number one, if he's still on here, he keeps sending me links to Pontiacs up in Canada. They got pretty good deals on some of your X-body Pontiacs in Canada, and I'd like to have one. I'm going to find one day, and I'm going to build me a Pontiac X-body. That way I get the best of both worlds. I get my X-body. Tell you what, how about I do this? I'm going to take a Pontiac Ventura, a Chevy Nova, and an Oldsmobile Omega. 3 different X-bodies. I'll mix those 3 together. I'll use a Chevrolet engine, an Oldsmobile rear, and a Pontiac front clip, and we'll call it the triple X-body. How about that? Is that dumb or what? Obsessive Garage. Hey, man, thanks for being here. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Obsessive. Dr. Jekyll. Cool. Yeah, there's all kind of cool stuff you can do. I've got a few names for different projects. And if I do a build for the No Name Challenge or No Name Nationals, I've got a name for that car. I'll probably use that name on a car even if I don't build it for that challenge. But make it a twin turbo. There you go. There you go. Put a Pontiac in it. Yep. Yeah, the Death Proof Nova. You know, Hoonigan's Garage or whoever that is, they already have one of the real car from the movie, and there's been 2 or 3 of those. I thought about doing one. It's already been done. I mean, don't get me wrong, just about everything I'm doing to a Nova's already been done also. But yeah, Brian's car is the money pit. Yep. So, you have to go to nonamenationals.com. You can enter now, or I don't know if they have going to have at the gate entry, but you just have to have 500 subscribers. So once you get that, and you don't have to have 500 subscribers when you sign up. I don't think John Wilburn, if he's still here, can correct me, but I think you can sign up now, and as long as you have 500 subscribers by the event, you'll be fine. I think. I know there's a lot of people that are already signed up that do not have 500 subscribers. Yeah, Brian had to buy 3 cars to get one good one, which, you know, a lot of you guys, you know, in the north, they salt the roads and put brine on it and stuff like that. So it eats up the cars really, really bad. Oh, you've got 2,200 subscribers? Shoot, you're good. Go ahead and sign up. I wouldn't wait too late. I don't think there's a cap on. There might be a cap on how many people can sign up, and I don't know how many are signed up. Muscle City Madness just made 1,000 subs last night. Heck yeah. Ejects your chassis under his other Nova. That'd be cool. Yeah, because the bottom is so rusty. I wouldn't blame you. I'd do that too. It's in Missouri. It's in Sikeston, Missouri on September 30th and October 1st. That is the No Name Nationals. 57 Kevy, how's it going, man? Hot Rods and 4x4s is going to sub to somebody on here. Muscle City Madness or BWs. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward. It's going to be a good year. Like I said, I'm going to finish the Budget Nova sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to take that on a road trip, and then I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to sell it for pretty much what I've got in it, maybe a little bit more, because I'm going to have to fund all this Rocky Mountain Race Week and No Name National stuff. So I'm going to have that going. I've got the 69 Nova with all the roof skin, the quarter panels, and all that stuff. I'll be having a couple of videos out on it real soon. So yeah, the next pretty much when February will be finishing up the Budget Nova and doing a couple of things with Franken Nova, and then I'm going to work on that 69. So, and then after February, things slow down a bunch for me work wise. So I'll have a lot of time in the shop. Yeah, you know, like I said, I'm no YouTube expert, but the more content you have on YouTube, the more subs you'll get and the more views you'll get. Always try to make the best content you can, and you know the videos. You're going to get better at editing the more you go. That's just part of it. I wanted to switch to Premiere Pro editing, but I started out using OpenShot, which is a free editing software, and it's super simple to use. And now going to anything else is very weird. So, you know, I'll probably switch eventually because there's some things I want to do that I'm not sure if OpenShot can do or if it's easy to do on it. Lots of snow. Where are you at, 57 Kevy? I know you've told me before, but and I didn't give a lot of notice on this live feed. Sorry about that. I had somewhere to go today. I wanted to make sure I was going to be home in time. So. Yeah, it's a. Yeah, there's a trick to getting views and subs on YouTube is very tricky thing. Sometimes I'll get a bunch in a day. I'll get 40 or 50 in a day, and sometimes I won't get any. And then as you get up in subs, um, the way they report, you got a live sub feed, and then the way it adds up, sometimes they wait till you get 100 before they increase your count. I'm going to have a Chevy at no name kicking some ass. Yes, I will. I don't know whose butt, but somebody there is going to be slower than me. I'm sure of it. Niagara, California. Cool. Um, Lunar does each get a little bit better. DaVinci Resolve. Okay. Cool. Lunar? What do you use to edit with? No problem, BW. You have a good night, man. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. Why does it say chat disconnected? Did I lose my live feed? Am I still there, guys? I know I lost a few people, but it's 8 o'clock. Somebody else has got a live feed that everybody's going to. That's okay, though. All right. I don't have no chat. Or maybe it is. All right. Well, chat is down for some reason, apparently, guys. So if you're still watching, give me a like on the video. And it tells me chat is down and disconnected. Try again later. Well, that sucks. All right. I guess I don't even know if you guys are here. There's no way to tell. I am the only one missing it. Okay, good. All right. Jeremiah sent me a text. He's watching me live. So, okay, well, that sucks. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do the budget Nova. I've got that figured out. Transmission's going together in a couple of days. The Franken Nova, I got a lot of stuff on that I've got to do. I've got to drive it a bunch, figure out all the quirks and stuff. I got to get it to the track. I got to get it to the dyno. I've got a fuel injection video coming. I'm putting Harley Terminator fuel injection on Franken Nova. So that's going to be a pretty good video. I've got to put a passenger seat in it. My wife is going to be my co-pilot on Rocky Mountain Race Week. And we're going to have a good time. So, and then she's coming with me to Sykeston. So it'd be pretty cool to have a different car other than the Franken Nova at Sykeston. So do what? Okay. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool to have a different car other than Franken Nova at Sykeston. It'd be cool to build something. And I've got what, 6 months, 7 months, something like that. I got a long time to build it. So this chat not working is making me angry. I don't know what to do here. Anyway, all right. Well, I can't see you guys' questions, so we're going to end it for tonight because this sucks. I'll have a video out in a couple of days putting the rear end in the budget Nova, and I'm going to have the front subframe put together, get all that, so that thing will be rolling this week, and then the engine and transmission are going in. So I've got a bunch to do. Hopefully by next weekend, I'll have the engine, transmission, subframe, rear end, all of that put together and running in the, okay, I'm still live. Thank you, Brian. I'll have all of that running in the next 2 weeks, which will be pretty cool. I'd really like to have chat back up. This sucks. But yeah, I'd like to get that car finished and sold and the money spent on another project because I've got a few ideas. I've got pretty much all the ideas I can do in a year figured out for this year, and it's going to take a lot of money. So, so hit the like button, please. So it's going to be a good year, and I've got a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to doing. But all right, guys, look, y'all have a good night, and I'll go live again probably next Sunday. I'll try to give you more notice if I'm going to go live sometime before then. But right now, let's plan on next Sunday evening going live. See you guys next time. Thanks, everybody.